I have finally got one. Finally. So, cotter pins, right. They can be a proper pain in the ass sometimes to remove. And you have to get the right technique to get them out. When I first started sort of doing up bikes, playing with them, especially the old ones, the cotter pins, when I first came to remove them, I quite literally undid this nut that's on the top, got a big hammer and tried to whack him out, and of course that ends up 9 times out of 10 just mushrooming the top, and then you have to drill out the whole thing, and it's turns out into even more of a pain. Then I kind of worked out that if you kept the nut on, you might have a better chance of success, but without supporting the whole frame, it wobbles around and you still end up with bending the pin, mushrooming it, and it's no good. So a technique that I kind of saw was to put a piece of wood underneath the frame to support it, with a hole drilled in the bottom. And you know, this kind of works. Little awkward just to get ready. There you go. So the pin drops into a hole there. Whoa, sorry, I just kicked you. So you got the wood underneath there. It's nicely supported. In theory, instead of the impact you're going to put on that pin dissipating like throughout the frame as it's shaking around, it should all go into that pin and push it out. It's still best to keep the nut on, but again, that can go wrong and it doesn't always work. Some of them can be really stuck. I mean, this bike is the Mercia. It's from the 60s, I believe, and this crank has not been off since then, and it's stuck this side. I've tried knocking it out that method and it hasn't really worked. So there are 2 others that I know of. One involves the vise, which I'm going to try, and the other involves one of these. Now this is a Cotter pin press. I think it's something like Vise Method design, I can't remember. In the States they sell these. But recently I found a guy on eBay who has replicated them and is selling them for pretty much half the price, so I took one up, because getting one of these from America was going to cost me £100 maybe, with all the shipping and taxes and what have you. So I'm going to try this out. I'm looking forward to it. I've got a few bikes that I need to whip through quickly with cotter pins, and this should help press them out and refit them, hopefully. So first I just want to try the Vise Method, and this is it. It's awkward just to get it balanced in there to start with. We've got the nut just loosened off slightly on this side, because we're going to be pressing through, hopefully. Got the arm obviously in the middle, and we've got a socket on the other side, and these are 1/2 inch drive sockets, so the 1/2 inch drive side the pin should push out into, hopefully. It's just a trick of getting everything balanced in there to start with, and then winding or pulling it through. So if I do this vise up, that works. That has actually come out there. That big snap, you heard it, you probably saw it, it's closed up. So that, if I undo this now, I should just be able to take that nut off and knock that pin out. So in theory, once I take this off, that should now be released. But the whole point of this video is going to be demonstrating the cotter pin press. But using the vise is a successful way of getting these out. You just need to balance everything nicely, get everything nicely lined up, and it should pop straight out. So if I give it a little tap now, yeah, there we go, comes straight out. And I'm going to need a punch to knock that through. Let's just use this one. There we go. And that arm is going to be stuck on there. So yeah, that's one way of removing cotter pins successfully. But like I say, the whole point of this video is going to be to test out that new tool, that cotter pin press. So let's get another bike in the stand and give that a go. Okay, so this one in particular, this bike, is a Doors Concorde that you have not seen yet. It's 531 tubing. It's pretty ugly brown, but I like it. Yeah, it's going to be a nice little 4-speed Sturmy Archer little commuter, but whoops, I need to get this cotter pin out. I need to get both sides out actually. So, oh, it actually has the Doors starred caps on as well, so they're nice. So in theory, what I need to do to use this is use my Old Faithful adjustable, take off these fancy caps, which are kind of stiff. Yeah. And I should be able to get the tool on here, hopefully, and press these out in one go. I don't remember if I've been soaking this, because this has been in the garage a while, as have most of the bikes, which, you know, I'm going to get around to doing them. I need to get around to doing them now. Going to pick up a bit more speed in doing this stuff. And yeah, there we go. So we've got the top off. We've got our tool. It is pretty much just a chunk of metal. You've got the bolt in the top. You've got a cutout in the bottom. I believe RJ shows you how to actually make one of these yourself if you need to. But what I'm going to do is put the slot here on the bottom, because I'm going to push this pin out that way. And hopefully, I'm going to put this on top. Oh, that's going to be... I don't know if it's going to work with this chainring. I might have to take the chainring off, because that bolt there on the chainring is just stopping me from getting nicely on top. Yeah, I can't get any closer. I'm going to have to take the chainring off. Okay. Bear with me then, that is just in the wrong position. Okay, so that is much better now, much better. I haven't taken the chainring off, I just took that bolt out, and now it sits on. The underside of this bolt that's going through is concaved, so it should locate the cotter pin a bit easier. And now, because I can't put a socket on top, I'm just going to have to try and crank this down and push the pin out. Can you see me doing that? I'm not sure. There we go. So obviously first time using this, I don't know how hard or easy it's going to be. That looks like it's gone already. It has. That's pushed it out straight away. Yeah, that's awesome. So it should then just drop straight out the bottom when it gets to the certain point. Oh, there we go, can use my fingers now. There we go. You see it's pushed out. Zoom in. You can see that's pushed out there. It's come out the bottom. You can see where the rust line is, and that was barely any effort on that side. So I'm just going to knock that out again, and then we'll try it on the non-drive side as well. Okay, round 2 with the press. So you should just be able to take this awesome star nut. Like you can see that, that's the old, can you see that? That's the old stuff that like doors and that used on there. So I've got it on both cotter pins. The star is on both those caps. It's also on the seat post, or the seat binder, however you want to call it. If you're lucky as well, it'll also be on your axle nuts, which I don't think this one does. It's all set up to run gears actually, this bike. It's got all the cable guides on it to run gears, it's got everything. But it's actually a Sturmy Archer 4-speed it came with when I got it. So that is what I'm going to use, or build it with. There we go, finally. Oh wow, I've got a didn't notice that before. There's like a little band down the bottom, which I guess is where the shop's logo went before. So that's off. And if you're wondering about this bike, I will be doing it relatively soon. It'll be an awesome bike to do. I'd love to do it in this year's Eroica, but they haven't actually released the dates yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing all the camping and stuff this year because it's so damn expensive. So, and it's moved again. Bloody moved again. They've moved it. The dates have moved this year. It's no longer mid-June, but they haven't released any dates. They haven't released any prices. So yeah, we're still looking out for that. This one's a little stiffer than the other side. Oh no, it's broke free already. There we go. No fuss. Oh man, this tool will make stuff so much easier. Yeah, that's come through already. Okay, that's free, so I should be able to knock that out now. It's only just to get it started. Yeah. Where's the bottom punch? There we go. Grab the cotter pin. So, oh, this cotter pin is a little bit bent. Yeah, this cotter pin is definitely bent, so I'm not sure if this has been removed before actually, or attempted to be removed. I'm guessing some work has been done on this bike because it's not standard looking. I think the bars have been replaced at some point. Yeah, this has definitely been out at some point, but so the cotter pin's definitely going to have to be replaced. But yeah, that's the cotter pin removal tool, and it's going to make life so much easier. Ah, there we go, it's off. Whoops. Okay, that is pretty much just what I wanted to show you today. Just this tool. There might be still a few left on eBay if you're quick and you're in the UK. It's still not cheap. I mean, looking at it, it shouldn't be too hard to knock up one of these with the right tools. It's a lump of metal about 20mm thick, 25, yeah, with a 8.8 braid bolt through it, so you're going to need to drill a hole all the way down, cut it out. I mean, I might be able to actually take this into work, draw it up in CAD, and then send it off to our local machining place and see how much it costs to have them reproduced. But yeah, that might be something to look into. It might be, I might be able to get them cheap. Not sure. I'll have to have a look. But yeah, this will make life so much easier. No more smacking the cotter pins and mushrooming the tops. No more trying to balance them in the vise. Just grab this, put it on, press it out, and it should help me press them back in as well. Yeah, I think that's a worthy investment. But yeah, that is that for today. I just wanted to show you that. Like I say, I am working on the sort of bare metal wrap build of the Rally Superb. That is going along nicely. This doors is obviously being built at the moment. The Mercia that I showed originally, I'm not sure how that's going to come along because it's still finding parts for it. I've got the Carrera Kathmandu that I posted last week. That is being built tomorrow and the video is coming out next week. And then it's getting the Viking done, getting the Elswick done, digging out a 40s Rally Superb that I've got in the garage and getting that done. There's lots to do, lots coming up. So yeah, it's just working with the daylight at the moment. But cotter pin press, back to that again, worthy investment I think. But you do it how you want to do it. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video because I'm going to carry on with the mountain bike build now. Bye!